Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Well, I'm on the road. I'm on my way to Indiana, and this is the second time I'm going to try to reduce some videos because I was having some issues with my phone. Ran out of storage, had to get an SD card and yada yada yada. So now I got that cleared up. Now I can make some videos and hopefully not get frustrated like I did here in the last couple of days trying to get this put out. But anyways, I wanted to bring up the subject of warranties. I've talked about it. I've told you guys, my opinion as far as, hey, move that responsibility to that liability. So the way I view major repairs in your vehicle or my vehicle is I don't want to put $5, $10, $15, $20,000 at one time into my truck because it breaks down, whether it's the engine, transmission, injectors, turbo. I mean, the list goes on and on. You know as well as I do, it's expensive in a car, or a gas truck. But when we're talking about a diesel truck, my God, this stuff can just get out of control real quick. And just to give you an example, I did run into a guy in Indiana a week ago or two. I think I did mention him in one of my videos. Nice guy. I got along with him. We were at the hotel and telling me that he had an F-250 like mine, but his was an 11. It had an early 6.7 motor, and he told me that the early 6.7 motors had some kind of problem that was a defect. However, it was never put into a recall because they said that the defect would occur after the warranty was over, once the truck goes over 100,000. Well, in his case, sure enough, warranty expired. He thought he was good to go. Shortly thereafter, his warranty expired, his factory warranty, his engine blew, and it cost him parts, labor, tax. He ended up spending $17,000, guys, for the engine. Okay, and I don't have that kind of money right now. I probably will in a couple of, give me a year or 6 months to a year to save my savings and build up my savings again. I used to have money saved up, but in my last previous life, I spent it all trying to keep my previous endeavor going. So I went through all my credit cards, went through all my savings, went through everything, and so I'm maxed out right now. So it's gonna take me 6 months to a year just to get out of that hole. So that's my scenario. But there's a lot of people out there that they're not necessarily in my scenario, but they don't have 15, 20 grand cash. And even if you do, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to spend that kind of money? So I practiced what I preached. What I did is I went on Google, looked up some of the extended warranty companies. I asked questions. I told them I use my truck for business. So, somebody made that comment too, hey, make sure you tell them because they can void your extended warranty. And I went with a couple of the top name companies for extended warranties. I went and visited Car Checks, called them up. I thought initially because they offered 250,000 mile warranty that they would be a good company to go with. And it turns out it was a mix. It was a mixed bag of good and bad. very expensive. They wanted me to pay somewhere around the neighborhood of $5,900 for a warranty that was only going to cover me 100,000 miles. And he told me, oh, well, we can give you an extra 150 once you reach the 100. But I didn't. And again, guys, you got to pay attention to this. He never told me he was going to give me a contract for 250,000 miles. He was only going to give me a contract for 100,000. And then he told me once I hit the 100,000, I'd get the 150. But there's no guarantees of that. If you're not going to put it in writing and tell me you're going to give me 250,000 mile warranty up front, how do I know that after I reach 100,000 miles, you're just going to turn around and tell me, hey, I'm sorry, we can't cover you for the other 150? And you've already basically, collected your money or collected most of your money, because he was going to give me a policy for like $6,000. I was like, no, dude, that ain't going to happen. I need it, but that's not good business for me. So I went to the next company, AA Auto Warranty is what they're called, and talked to those guys. Had a representative. His name was Matt. I actually had called him earlier, but I didn't follow up and give him my VIN, so I never really followed through completely on them. So I just finally said, okay, I have my VIN in front of me. Let me give it to them and see what they tell me. Well, told them what I did. So, hey, I've used this for my truck for my business. 100,000 miles ain't going to cut it. You need to give me something that's going to be more reasonable. So he said, fine. He gave me a warranty for 200,000 miles. And that's 200,000 miles from where my truck sits at, which is at 40,000 miles right now. So that means I'm going to have coverage for 240,000 miles, and it's going to be bumper to bumper. Okay? So I'm going to have my whole truck covered. Even my navigation that I have in my truck that I don't even use, because unfortunately I don't like using it because it doesn't keep up to date with traffic and stuff like my Google, my Android phone. My sunroof, electrical, as well as the rest of the drivetrain, fuel system, the water system, the water pump, the injectors, the turbo, the engine, the internals of the engine, the transmission, the transfer case, everything, guys. I mean, it basically covers everything. And I get towing nationwide, so it doesn't matter where I'm going to be at. I get car rental if my truck has to sit overnight at the dealership. And probably the one thing that really kind of sold me on this, it was the best value. Yes, I'm not getting 250,000 miles. I also got to remember, you got to keep in mind, I didn't get a warranty when I bought the truck, or else I would have negotiated it, got it there, and probably gotten a better warranty, at least for the same price. But the problem is, I bought the truck as a personal pleasure truck. I didn't buy this as a work truck like I am right now. So I just offer this as an alternative. It's a good after the fact, guys. There's a lot of people out there that also, like me, have trucks already. Hey, I have my truck, I'm going to use it for work, I need to make money, and I'm not going to go have to buy a new truck. But what do? So you didn't think about it. You didn't go get a warranty that was going to be set up the way it needs to be set up for this type of situation. So I got it, guys, for basically zero down. I left him a deposit. It cost me $69. Gave him a credit card. He set me up with the payments, guys. $215. And that includes taxes and everything. That's my total payment, and it's only 12 months. The other guy wanted me to pay him $250 and pay him for 3 years. And that's probably wasn't even going to have the truck after the third year, or probably fixing to trade it in. So this way, guys, 12 months, I pay it off, and my game plan is going to be probably when I hit that 240,000 mile mark or close to it, I'm gonna get out of the truck. I'm gonna basically make sure that I'm in a good position, because I will tell you, trucks with this kind of mileage, 240,000, I've seen them. I saw them. I kind of touched base on that on the last video I made about buying a used truck. Trucks that have about 240,000 miles, 220, 230, 240, 250, they're still bringing in, guys, mid to high teens. You know, you got a Lariat like my truck, I'm still going to get 15, you know, if I sell it on the outside, maybe a little bit more, because I'm going to have the whole truck rigged out, and, you know, it should bring me some decent money. So I know I can get decent money for my truck when I'm ready to sell it in a couple of years. I've already paid a year on it, so, you know, 2 more years, and I'm going to throw some extra money on top of it. I'll make sure that I'm going to be break even at least, so that way I only owe about 15 grand or so, and I can get out of this truck and move on to the next truck and make sure I set myself up right the next time. But you know, back again to the point at hand here, guys. The other reason I like this company, they are rated very well. If you go online, you can check them out. I'm gonna put a link down in my description. I'm gonna put the phone number, and I'm going to put the guy's name that I talked to. Very nice guy. Why am I going to do that? Guys, the one thing he told me that also set me up was make me feel very comfortable using this company. The guy I'm talking to, Matt, who took my money, the guy who is pitching me the policy and everything, this is the same guy, and he even told me, he goes, I am going to be your point of contact. He goes, I am not going to sell you this and walk away, and you're going to just have to call in a customer service and talk to somebody. He goes, I'm your man. If you get broke down and you need a tow truck, you call me. If you need, and you take your truck in and it's going to get repaired and you need a car rental, you call me. You take it in, of course, and you're going to get it fixed, you call me, and he's the one that's going to do it for you. So in other words, I don't feel like you do when you go buy a car. The salesman takes care of you, and then you'll never see the guy again unless you want to go buy another car from him, and you got to go deal with somebody else in the back in the service department. This is the same guy that's going to take care of me from start to finish, and I like that. That means that he's invested, that he's not going to give me the runaround or BS me about something, because he's going to have to own up to it when it comes time for me to make a phone call and talk to somebody. And he even told me, he goes, no, nobody else is going to handle you. You're going to have to call and talk to me whenever I have a problem with my truck. I like that. So I thought that was a good feeling for me. The other thing too, guys, is I got the best warranty, period. He told me this is the best. This is bumper to bumper. Everything in the truck's covered. So what does that mean to you guys is maybe you don't want the whole bumper to bumper package, and frankly, you could get away with not getting the whole thing. You just want the drivetrain, you know. Maybe you just want to get the engine, transmission, and your differential, you know, basically everything under the body. You want everything underneath. You really don't care about anything else. I mean, if you just want that covered, well, guys, that'd be a lot less money for you. You know what I mean? So I'm paying a total of $2,700 for a warranty with 200,000 miles for 2 years. That's awesome. And you think about it, if you're going to go out there and buy a warranty, I mean, I remember I told you guys it's probably going to cost you $2-3 grand, you know, for a warranty. And I'm right in that little bracket. And considering the fact that I'm doing it after the fact, that's another thing to take into consideration. I'm not doing this when I bought the truck. So, but he did tell me, he goes, if you call me and you buy another truck, and you do it when you buy it brand new, he goes, I'll give it, you would have gotten a lot cheaper deal. So, you know, that's something else to consider, to call him. And that also makes you, gives you leverage when you talk to your dealership. You know, you can call this guy up, he'll give you a quick quote on your truck, say, hey, I'm buying a brand new truck. give me a quote for 200,000 miles, blah, blah, blah. And then when the guy in front of you starts pitching you a warranty, you say, look, I'll give you this much because I already got to deal with somebody else. Then you'll have to, basically, you'll have a reference at least. You'll have you'll know whether he's exploding the numbers or giving you a decent number. So, I mean, that's another thing too. But I thought that would be good information for you guys. I think it is. I think it's important. I'm not interested in paying for my repairs. Oh, and by the way, I can take it to any dealership. I can take it to a licensed repair shop. So I don't have to take it to my dealership. But, oh, and another thing, guys. I got 30 days. I left him a deposit. He's going to start pulling out money in 30 days. But, and he even encouraged me, and I said, yeah, I am. My service writer, I have a relationship with the person that handles the maintenance on my truck. Her name's Heidi. She's a service writer at the Ford dealership. She knows my truck inside and out. I take her my truck. She already knows it. She knows what I do, so she knows, hey, this is a service that Manny needs. And she makes recommendations based on the mileage and stuff and the condition of my truck, telling me, hey, you might want to think about doing this. Or she'll even tell me, hey, you might want to think about doing this maybe in the near future. And I'll be like, okay, let's schedule it for the next service. So, she also helps me out, stagger out my expenses so that I don't sit there and have to blow $1,000 at one time. She'll say, okay, let's do this, and this over the next 2-3 services, and make sure you get those things in. And instead of paying $1,000, it may cost me an extra $100. It maybe cost me, $250, $300. So that's another important thing, guys. That probably could be another video there in that case. But anyways, I'm going to take her the contract. I'm going to let her go over it, and I'm going to make sure that we're not missing anything on the truck that could be potential problems for the truck as far as repairs. So they even take care of diagnostics. A lot of times, guys, how you take your truck in, especially these newer, electronic trucks, and what do the guys tell you? If you're not under warranty, they're going to go plug in the diagnostic tool. It's going to cost you $75, $100 an hour, or for the first plug-in, they're going to charge you that much, and they even pay for that. So, guys, I mean, it's a no-brainer, and they pay the customer right on the spot with a credit card. So you're not going to have to worry about paying anything, and they pay the parts, labor, and the taxes. I don't know if I said that earlier in the video, but I'm telling you now. So that means, guys, you pay your $100 deductible, which is what I have. They take care of the rest, and that's it. You don't have to worry about it. You're done. So I feel, guys, that's a good. It's like this, guys. I look at it this way: you take out insurance and you pay, who knows, 100. I don't know what somebody's going to pay, but I know with commercial insurance, you're probably paying at least 100, 150 a month for commercial insurance, guys. And you hope you never need it, right? You hope that you never got to use it. But you don't go back and tell yourself at the end of the year, dang it, I'm not going to pay that 150 every month for the next 12 months. I understand it's made by law, but if it wasn't by law, would you skip paying your insurance to save? Since you don't even know, it's the same thing with the truck, guys. I don't know whether I'm going to get into an accident that's going to cost me $500 or $50,000. I have no idea, and I am careful. I've never had an at-fault accident, just so you know. I have a clean record. I've had accidents when I was a lot younger, but it was always people hitting me. It wasn't even me hitting them. So I've never had an at-fault accident. But I still don't want to be responsible for that. Even if it wasn't the law, I still wouldn't want to go without that. So you got to change your mentality, guys. Why would you do the same thing for your truck? Especially when you know what you're doing. You already know you're putting in 10,000, 15,000 miles a month. You already know you're going above and beyond what a normal person does with their truck. Somebody tells you, I put a lot of miles, 30, 40,000 miles. You know what, guys? Don't even talk to me. You're not even in the same ballpark as what I do. And not being arrogant, but it's the truth. So it's like, hey, guys, when you know you're doing this, you've just raised the risk level to damage to your truck, from single digits or 10 to 15% to well over 50, maybe 60, 70%, that the likeliness is going to happen that you're going to have a breakdown on this truck or your truck or whatever truck. So why, guys? Why? I mean, for $2,000, I'm covered. If I have my injectors go out, that's 8 injectors at $500 a pop plus labor. It's already going to pay for itself. If it's the air conditioner, the air compressor, AC compressor plus Freon plus everything they got to do, to fill it up and do everything, that could be $1,000 in itself with these newer trucks. Now they have to evacuate them. They have to be EPA compliant. They got to make sure that they recover the refrigerant, and got to be careful when they put it in. So it's like, guys, that's another example. And who knows about electrical problems? $100 just to go hook it up to the computer, and that's just not even to even fix it. That's just, hey, I need to hook it up to your computer. That's $100, guys. So it's a bill right there. And yeah, I'm going to pay deductible, but that's all I'm going to pay. So to me, it's like, hey, I don't care. You hook it up to all the computers you want to hook it up to, and charge as many computers as you want. I don't care. Let the dealership handle it, and I don't have to worry about it. That's peace of mind for me. It was like a problem that my buddy Paul had with his truck. He was before his truck went out, he saw the white smoke coming out of his truck, and he knew there was a problem. So he got lucky that he didn't get pushed off to the side of the road, but he ended up losing a load, and he ended up having to drive his truck back to Texas because he knew that was going to be the best place the cheapest and the best place he could do to get it fixed. He was in Indiana when it happened, and I was there with him, and I saw the white smoke coming out of his truck, and I was like, well, it could be injectors is what I thought at first. But the whole point is, guys, he couldn't take it into the dealership because he knew right away if he took it into the dealership, he was going to be, he knew that he was going to have to drop his pants, and he was going to have to come up with a lot of money. And then to top it off, we never took it, but you never know how busy they are. And it's one of the luxuries that I have with this warranty is that, okay, I'll take it to the Ford, but if Ford's busy there, okay, let me make a phone call and find out if there's anybody else that I can take it to. It's one of the things, you gotta plan those things out. But hey, guys, if I would have a problem, a breakdown on my truck, a couple of phone calls and say, okay, guys, where can I take it to? And tell the tow truck driver, okay, take it there, because they're going to be able to service me. So just something to think about, guys. Hopefully this helps you out. Like I said, I'll put the link down at the bottom, his phone number. The guy's name is Matt, and if you're interested, call him up and just tell him that I sent you. I don't know if I get a referral, but hey, guys, if I did anything to help you out, I appreciate it if you would tell him that I sent you, because if there's a referral, it's no skin off your back, and I'd really appreciate it if this helped you out. So y'all take care, be careful out the road. If you like my videos, please subscribe, please like it, and I'll be talking to you all later, man. Y'all have a good one. Take care.